Hi, Tracy here from Tutor Dude. Welcome to week 4 of my series about how to learn the letter sounds in English. So we're building on each week from the letter sounds we learnt the previous week. So we're building up so children can read more and more words. So the first sound we're going to learn today and think about today is the letters C and H which come together. If we have 2 letters together which make one sound, we call that a digraph. If you have 3 letters, you call it a trigraph, and 4 is a quadraph, just so you know. So the digraph CH actually makes 3 sounds. It makes the sound ch, like in chicken, and most people know that sound, but it also, which you may know but not have ever really been told, it also goes k, like in chemist. Okay, so it makes that k sound. They're often Greek based words, and the other sound it makes is sh, like in chef or Charlotte. So they're usually French based words. So it makes 3 sounds. Ch, k, sh. So when I teach the children, I actually teach them this action like you're on a train. You go ch, k, sh. And it just really helps to hold those sounds in their head and give them a little action to help them. The next sound this week is letter G. Letter G makes 2 sounds. It makes the sound G, and that's always your first choice, G. The second sound is J, like in giant. Now the reason letter G makes the J sound is because it's followed by an I, an E or a Y. There's just a few exceptions to that rule, but not many at all. Most of the time letter G is going J if it's influenced by I, E or Y. So most of the time when you're coming to a word and you need to help your child sound out a word, get them to think G first, because that's the most common sound that there will be. The next sound is letter R, which makes the sound R. Now some people get this confused between the sound R, which is often spelled A-R, and the letter R, because obviously that's the same, but how confusing is that for children? So the letter R makes the sound R, like in rabbit. The letter U, interesting vowel is letter U, depends on where you live in the world as to how you use letter U. Now the thing that the children go to school in on school excursions, is that a bus or a bus? It really depends on where you live. So there's 4 sounds. 3 are commonly taught and the other one somehow seems to be incidentally expected that children know. So the 4 sounds of letter U, we've got A, like in umbrella, U as in universe, U as in bus, but also in put and cuckoo and bullock. And the last sound is actually W, like letter W makes. Did you know that? What about penguin? What about queen? What is letter U actually doing in those words? It's actually making the sound W. So interesting one that we've got those sounds there. So children sometimes get confused between the sound and A for apple. So that's one to work on. There's some activities on the Tutor Dude website if your child's having difficulties with those. So 4 sounds for letter U: A, U, U, and W, like W. And the last sound is W. W is quite straightforward. Just make sure that you don't go W, that you keep it to a short air sound. So the easiest way is to go woo and blow onto your hand, so you keep it a short sound and make the correct sound. Woo, wind. Okay, so it's just a tricky one, just make sure you say that one correctly. So now you've got 4 sets of letters that you can be working with your children. If you're liking working with these sounds and you want to know how to make up reading and spelling cards to practice these sounds, jump on the Tutor Dude website and there's a video explaining how to make reading and spelling cards to use and practice and get these things ingrained and automatic for your children. See you on the part 5.